Hello, my name is Scott for SB Gaming and welcome back to Transport Fever European Freeplay Edition. And in the last two episodes we got a freight rail line set up between West Malling, Upton and Grays. It cost quite a lot of money, but we did make quite a lot of money in return. And last year, although it looks like the last couple years have been ticking down, 12.8 million down to 12.5, down to 12.2. With that said, our road line, as always, seems to be ticking up 6.8 to 6.8 to $7.1 million. Our rail spiked up just a bit compared to last year's results, and our water has been on the decline. So that is rather unfortunate. We have had a little bit of a absence of product. Keep production high. Well, don't downgrade. So yeah, we are going to need to do something about that. And that something may be to expand where we deliver cargo to, because reasons. How are you doing? 800 limit. You have fuel sitting over here. All right about that. How are we doing over here? Only 16 production. 48 stored. How are we doing at the steel mill? Try to ship more items. We have 75 units of coal, and it is just telling me or warning me, West Malling steel mill. Yeah, well, what is the particular issue exactly? Well, the issue obviously would be iron ore. Do we have iron ore? We do have iron ore. And we have tools there. We have livestock and food there. We have some tools there, and I never got around to setting this up. So, yeah, about that. I did spend some time over here, Carlton Colville and Frome, because this is where I would like to expand to next. I set up a harbor here to bring in goods from this direction. And we have a transfer area right here by the steel mill. And so goods can come in from here. They can transfer over here if they want to and go that way. And goods from in here can go over there and out that way. But from here, our local lines will, of course, distribute cargo from here to here, as well as between the steel mill and the two harbors. We have here in Carlton Colville 2 LF lines, one to here, one over here, which covers most of the town. Plus this provides pretty good coverage. And over here we just have a single LF line, which provides pretty good coverage as it is. Did have to spend 150k to take down a building. So about that. The 11p line, 98-second frequency. It's making money. The bus line, it's making a profit, so that is good. And we might want to utilize this sooner rather than later. Yeah, about that. For now, what I would like to do, yeah, we are going to sort this out because reasons. Although I did borrow a few $1 million. Let's borrow another 500k. It is January 2nd. And I just want to flatten this out. Yeah, about this. What I'm going to do... We're going to just build this across. And I will tear that out. Nope. We'll just keep that as is. And what I might just do is... Yep. We'll throw this right there. And we will throw this right there. Let's do a bit of smoothing. I'll have to do more in the future. And what I might want to do is fix this road. That is annoying. And there we go. And now what we are going to want to do is we are going to want to take this line and we are going to want to split it. So for now, do I got anything sitting here? No, I don't. Don't got anything sitting there. The trucks, are they hauling anything back the other direction? Not from what I can see. Alright, so what I'm going to do, so as to prevent any issues, we are going to set up a new line, and this is going to be LF RT3. Actually, no, this is LF RT2. Upton. Although with that said, I could just extend this. Yep, that's what we're going to do. The LF Upton RT1 line. 5, 6, back here to 7. And then it'll come back to, and this is still going into here. We want to get rid of that. Everything should reroute to here. And I'd actually, we're no longer going to have the Upton to RT Upton Machines line. So we can actually we want it to come here, then over to there, back in there, then over there. For now, I'm going to remove that. So that will remove that from here, decluttering this. So that is good. This goes like that. And now, other than that, so we don't have any goods flowing into that truck station. Do we have any goods flowing the other direction? You got nothing. You got nothing. And we don't have any sitting here. Alright, so what we can do is we can remove this off without losing any goods. And we are going to instead want to run this over to here. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we'll do that. Now, is there any goods flowing to here? Actually, no. So what we can just do, yep, is we can get rid of number 3. And this one doesn't lose any goods, yep. Alright, perfect. Now, with that said, the Upton Machines line, 26 seconds. What we might want to do is move this over to LF Upton RT1. Let's move this up to LF RT1. You can go to LF Upton RT1. Same thing with you. go to LF Upton RT1. So 78 seconds there, 37 seconds there. Oh no. We are going to send you to LF Upton 1. Alright about that. And that is Upton Truck Station 2. We are going to rename this Upton TS3. And this is Upton Machines Transfer. And this is going to be Upton Machines and Tools. Hopefully that should streamline things a little bit more. We will have the cargo coming in here. They'll be able to quickly make their way over there. It doesn't have to worry about weird connections, and I really should have done that off screen. Now, how are we doing over here? We got still livestock and food sitting there. That is fine. And we got livestock sitting here. And we got over 500,000, so let's pay off some loans. 2 and 2. And we got 30 and 30 people waiting there. We have goods here. If we can get another steel mill operational over here, that would be a good one to supply. Although with that said, yeah, we're going to need to ramp this thing up, which of course will require a lot more goods. We have 43 units of steel stored here, so it isn't a matter of iron and coal shortage. The issue is it's just not seeing demand. Possibly readjusting this caused some issues. Upton to Grays, Upton Harbor. Oh, that's right. Yeah, that was going into there. And we are going to set up this line. Although with that said, we don't need that one because we already have this one here. It's going to go from here over to here. And this is going to be a freight line. This is going to be SF Upton Carlton Colville. This over here, is this? Yeah, that's Carlton Colville Steel Mill. Alright, so now what we are going to want to do is start putting ships on this line. We are going to build a water depot right over here. Buy ships. And we need the Wilhelm 1, Upton, Carlton Colville. What is the frequency on that line? That is 40-minute frequency. With that said, we are going to need by road vehicles. We're going to want to put a horse cart onto the Upton Freight Harbor transfer. We're going to want to come over here and build a road depot. And anywhere here that would be cheap. Although with that said, yeah, we'll throw it here. We want a horse cart on the Carlton Colville Harbor RT1. We want to buy another one for From transfer. although that should be... Oh no, it's RF from transfer. We want another one for RF Carlton Colville transfer. And then over here, we are going to want to buy horse cart for LF RT1. And over here, do we have a depot? We have one over here. Buy a horse cart for Carlton Colville RT1 and RT2. Is that it over here? Yes, it is. We have 15 people on the 11P line. We have one vehicle there, one vehicle there, one over there. Let's buy a couple Le Obasons and put it on the 11P line. And you need to go back. And this is the Carlton Colville bus terminal. Alright, so we have that shipping line, although with that said, yeah, that should start seeing demand, although with that said, most likely we may see demand for the coal being shipping over to there. We don't really want it just because reasons. Let's repay 500,000. And now another line that we would want to get set up if we want to get the this operational is to get the coal, or no, iron ore from here over here. The best way to do that, I would say, would be to ship this into Gainsborough and then road freight line into here. Now with that said, we could take advantage of the fact that we have construction materials here, steel mill here. We could potentially bring iron ore from here by train into here and then bring the slag from here up to here. We could also eventually bring the steel produced here by stake car train somewhere. If we can go off in that direction, that would be ideal. I don't see anything that's viable. But yeah, if we had the option of a machine factory or goods factory over here, then we could bring steel this way and then construction materials back this way. So about that. No goods or machines all the way up there. Not really, because there's steel here. Alright, there's steel here, so that's not an option. Yeah, well, that's not going to happen. So what we are going to do... Iron ore this way, slag this way, back here empty, and then construction materials, just road freight line it in. Entrance is there, so we could put a station here, bring it around, or we could just road freight it in. So this is kind of hilly. Another option. We could put another truck station here. As long as we connect it up to here, it will jump over. Could get a freight rail station there. That's something I might do off screen. Although, you know what? Only $3 million in loans. I expect this to be much, much lower once we're done. Yeah, about this. I'm probably going to do it, so... Yeah, if I bring it in right here. Maybe 2 curvature. 2nd Street connection. Let's see how much it's going to cost. Well, enable line terrain. First thing I'm going to want to do, although this is... Let's borrow. Alright. So that's going to go there, so we want that roughly like that. And like that. And unable to align terrain. Most likely has to. Although with that said, I might just do less curvature. Okay. Let's run that to about there. Unable to align terrain. Borrow 500,000. That's a possibility right there. All right, about that. Borrow another 500,000. And we're just going to about this. We just want a basic. And this is a 4 platform. Are we going to even need a 4 platform? Well, if I have freight coming in here, I could TFM line coming in here, going out to Dovercourt. So yeah, let's go with 4. I just realized it was on 4. There we go. And now this line what is this? This is Carlton Colville. Oh, that's going into the branch. Yeah, about that. We want to get rid of that, so it goes from there down to there. So this is within range of here. So any cargo that comes in here can hop over to here, get over to Frome. That's what I want. From there, if I have any cargo coming in here, I can put another truck station. Actually, I'm going to have it coming into here anyway, so yeah, that's going to be within range. All right about that. Now, let's run it flat. Yeah, about that. Sure, that's fine. We are going to want to aim for right about there. And yeah, this is going to be expensive. Borrow 500,000. And now from here, we are going to want to make sure we have enough height. And we are running on the right side. All right, if we bring it flat, kind of want to embankment. Although let's bring it back. To it there. Is that going to be enough height? Apparently it is. Now here's a question. Do we go all out and spend on a... We could also... maybe to about there. Borrow another 500,000. That's what we have the money for. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with this kind of bridge. Not going to want to replace it until, of course, high-speed rail comes out. Although I'm going to want to have this. We want to borrow some money. Train alignment collision, fine. And we are going to want to embankment. Now, if we can... $113 should be fine. All right, freight station. Wow. Alright, for this, we're going to have iron ore going this way. Slag running back this way. Or no. No, we're not going to there. We're going to there. Slag running this way. Coming back, iron ore. Yeah, we're only going to need 2 platforms. Oh, there's a little bit of a hill. Now, with that said, if I were to say no to 2nd Street connection, 500,000. Let's we kind of want to go there. Sure. And it's just a matter of connecting this up. 574K. Can we bring it down? We can. With that said, we can possibly find a cheaper price. And this is on the right side. That's 44.89. That is definitely cheaper. Let's do that. And now, do we double track this, or do we just run a single train for now? So we build a small bridge there, into a tunnel, along the lake, cross a bridge. Oh, indeed. Now, if we were to bring passenger rail in here, we could reuse this bridge. We will probably eventually quad track it. Now, we're going to want to have... This is going to eventually be double tracked, although I'm probably going to leave it single track for now. For now, though, do we connect up the construction material plant? We are going to want to then bring the... Actually, no, this is just gondola. We're not going to be bringing the construction materials back. All right, about that. I am going to... bring that out like that. That out like that. And now crossover and depot. And let me guess, this is going to cost too much. Yeah, 65.9K. Alright, so we have the Class 53 Prussian. First of all, I just want to take a look at the line. So we are going to be carrying most of our weight downhill. It's pretty much downhill to there. It's then pretty much flat to here. There's a little bit of a downcline there. But otherwise that is relatively flat, so we don't necessarily need a ton of tractive effort. And what was the tractive effort of the T3? 65 compared to 60 compared to 20. I think for a price and all that, we were going to go with the Prussian G3. And we are going to go with open wagons, 125k a piece, 4 capacity. For now, we're just going to run 2 wagons, new line. This is going to be iron ore from here over to here. All right. And this is going to be TF Carlton Colville, actually Gaines borrow Carlton Colville iron ore. And here is our new freight train. We've already seen the Prussian. What we haven't seen, of course, is the... Are you going in the... Seriously? Really? You're effectively going to no path, right? Yep. Thank you very much. We might as well double track this. It's probably not going to cost a whole lot. And we are just going to do crossover here. Signal there. We'll leave that as is. And crossover like that. Signal there. We are going to also want signals. We want one right there. We want one right there. We are eventually going to want them or wait a minute, no, that's backwards. That is completely backwards. And one right there, one right there. How does the line... Well, never mind, we're going to just... Yep, we're just going to do that. Alright. And actually, we want you to come back here. For now, we're just going to full load. And it'll take some time for this to get flowing. We're going to set this to unlimited. And this will take a few months to identify demand. 7.5 million. And our ship is on its way over. Let's flip that around. Same thing. Although maybe we might want to let it run. 3-minute wait time. Yeah, we'll let it run. Because this is more than just a coal line. Let's put a harbor shipyards here. We're going to buy another Wilhelm 1 over here. Upton to Carlton Colville. And that is hopefully to encourage demand and frequency. Let's repay some of our loans. Wow, we're up to $7 million. It is May 15th. We could even pay even more. There we go. 5 months in, we're at about $5 million. That is nice. And let's just set that up. And it was the end of the month. June 2nd, we had income of $5.35 million. Running cost of 3.29. And there we go. We got 8 units of iron ore. Well, that did not take very long. Over here, we have 14 units of coal. And you're actually picking up 8. Nice. And over here, we might just see some demand. And it looks like, yep, our freight transfer also has demand for coal, which we don't really want because, of course, this here. Coal wants to make its way over there. We don't actually need coal here. Actually, we kind of do. Although, kind of want to let this ramp up. This is being held back, of course, by the iron ore coming from over here. We don't really have any iron ore over on this side of the map, unfortunately. Remove the icons. We have iron ore here, that's right. I was considering iron ore going from here all the way across, bringing slag back. I just might do that. We have a partial line set up. Although with that said, we would need to run maybe this crossing over to there. Southgate. That is a possibility. We have 10 units of tools heading towards Gray's Freight. 8 units of food. 10 machines going back to Westmoreland and 1 tool. So that itself is working. We have nothing parked there. We should have plastics showing up here. We don't. Well, we have, yeah, freight. We have livestock and food. And this is now making a profit. Kind of struggling. You are not seeing any demand for plastics or oil. That is unfortunate. Do you just have a backlog of... You don't have anything. Well, you have 8 plastics. Yeah, we're going to need to find a way to ramp up this steel. Maybe with this steel production here. You are... First of all, where's our ship line? You're picking up 50. Nice. Where's our other ship? Our ship dropped off its load. And we are going to need another road depot over here. We have $2 million. Let's repay that. Wow. Not paying attention and suddenly have crazy amounts of money. We're down to a $4.5 million loan. Let's add 2 more to the Carlton Colville Harbor Transfer RT1. And so this has 16 units of iron ore. Oh wow, we got lots of iron ore sitting here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to repay. I'm going to double track the rest of this, and then we are going to put a second train on that line. Although we are, of course, going to need money. Was the end of the month. $4 million in loans. Let's just borrow. 119K. And 225. And 16.4. 500K in the bank. We might as well double track the rest of this bridge. 217K. And now let's hop back over to this train depot. We are going to put another Prussian G3 on the line. And we're going to pause it. We are going to put... we're going to borrow 500. 3, 4, that is only 16 units. We got 100 sitting here. Let's go with another one. We don't want new line. We want Gainsborough to Carlton Colville iron ore. Let's let that run. You have 50 units. And 46 units sitting here. What I'm going to do is we are going to buy a Wilhelm. I will borrow the money. And Upton to Carlton Colville. And you are coming here to Upton Annex. No, you are going to be called Upton Freight Harbor. We should have some coal, yep, showing up onto the West Malling to Upton line. And we have no demand for steel quite yet, but we have over 1,000 demand for coal. No demand for iron ore, but that's partially because, of course, we have lots parked up here. And just to make sure, yep, this is all double tracked. Although with that said, we are going to, actually no, tear that out. We're going to put a crossover there. And yeah, that double tracks. I am going to want to put some signals over here. So that's what I'm going to do right now. We have a signal there, put a signal there, do one there, one right there, and we are going to want a signal there, there, and there. To ensure that this double tracks, this is going to be one-way signal. And we are going to want this to be a one-way signal. Now, this thing, what we want to do is send you back to the depot. Because we are going to want to buy 1, 2, 3. And we want to put them onto that train. Gainsborough, Carlton Colville, iron ore. And that will take 20 units. At this point in time, though, what I'm probably going to do is wrap things up here. The Fowey Oil Refinery has some issues. Of course it does. What's your issue? You don't got any demand for crude oil, really? You're storing up for some reason. Okay, you no longer have an issue. You have lots of crude oil. You have lots of demand for fuel. You better get producing, so... yeah, about that. 605k in the bank. Let's repay our loans. We're maintaining a balance of $5 million. What I'll probably do is just let it run off screen. Actually, let's just let it run to the start of the next year. See if we get any new road vehicles. With that in mind, what I would like to do, before I forget, because I have a feeling I just might forget, I'm going to buy a stagecoach. Although with that said, the stagecoach sticks around until 1907. Do I want to? No, we're not. I am going to run a museum line for the achievement. I just have to remember in 20 years from now to make sure to buy a stagecoach before it ages out. And then whatever the Oblason, when does it age out? 1924. And then I have to have that line run until 2020-ish to get an achievement. Yeah, about this. 184 in the negatives. We have $5 million in loans. We are paying 75k in loan interest. We paid last year 30k. We made a total of $13.7 million this past year. $7 million in road income. That was a slight drop from the year before. We had rail income almost double, up to 2.04. Water income has got a boost. It's back above 4 million, so it kind of is an up and down sort of thing. But that is pretty much... the game pretty much operates in cycles. Anyway, we have a new rail line from here to here. I might just extend it up to the construction materials plant and then find a way to bring maybe construction materials this way, bring them back this way, because that would be a good option. I might also want to look into construction materials over here to bring them in this way. But my focus has kind of been on ramping this up, making this optimized and efficient, getting the infrastructure we need to go from here, because the roads aren't going to be able to handle things on their own. We are going to need the assistance of rail. Our rail, as limited as it is functioning as desired. We have train, of course, to deal with, which just makes things so much more expensive. Imagine how much extra money we'd have if I wasn't having to pay for terrain adjustments all the time. Oh, there's a big massive hill where I want to put the station. Oh, $2 million in construction costs at a minimum. Anyway, thank you for joining me for this episode of Transport Fever European Freeplay Edition. Thank you for watching. My name is Scott Frisbee Gaming, and as always,